Okay, a little bit more heroes, everybody. Patreon games. Again, these are a couple of games that are played by some of the top tier Patreons and supporters that I have. If you guys want to check that out, you can go to patreon.com/Kaldor and have a look there. Thank you very much to all the supporters keeping the channel here alive, and especially the heroes coverage alive, which is the more important thing, I'd say. We got, on the left side, in our Storm League game here, our boys. We got Lucy, aka Black Angel, on Jaina, Mixon on Brightwing, and Frey on Johanna. So apparently a bit of a 3-stack that played in Storm League, and I was told that this game is a little bit special, so I'm more than a bit excited to see what's happening here. Antonio on Greymane, we got Romanov on Zul, kind of fitting honestly. And on the right side of the map, Nagli on Alexstrasza, Ekalapon on Dehaka, East side on Orphea, Umina on Genji, and Vania on D.Va. Alright, we got a D.Va in game as well. Yeah, but it's actually a bit of an interesting setup that we have. We got a Genji, we got a D.Va. Those comps are already wild from the get-go. Dehaka goes down, killed by Brightwing. What's happening here? Brightwing? Useful? What's going on? I gotta say that on a personal note, I'm a little bit disappointed by Mixon, actually, to voluntarily pick Brightwing. Normally, you know, he's really going for the manly supports. He's going straight for Stuko, for the Admiral, you know, who has a little bit of prestige, who has like an honor code and everything. And not just simply a fun, annoying fruit fly that flies around the entire time. It's kind of French! So, yeah. Normally, Mixon has a little bit more style here, but I'll let it slide for today. And we'll see if Brightwing can contribute at least a little bit. To be fair, the good thing about Brightwing is obviously that she can still lock down Genji with a polymorph, which might actually be the main reason why they picked her. Or they just simply felt that they needed also a global since Dehaka was picked for the other side. Talking about Dehaka, he was nearly in trouble. Zul goes down, killed by D.Va. Oh my god. That is going to make you quit the game immediately if you get killed by her. Granted, he was also ganked at the bottom of the map, so that makes it a little bit better. But hey! Yeah. Lucy with a Dreadlord over here. The skin and everything. Alright. And catching the experience for now. It's actually a very aggressive start into the game. I mean, it seems like both of the teams are very interested in brawling it out already a little bit. Camps, on the other hand, nah, don't need that shit. 2 minutes in, we finally have one committed to by the blue team. Down at the bottom of the map, the red team was a little bit quicker on this one. So started to come in and try to take a few of those down. And Genji is still looking to see if he can maybe sneak something. Yeah, and potentially go for Frey here too. Johanna already has to move away. Brightwing comes in and spits on Genji, who apparently likes that. But there's the hit against Orphea. She needs to be careful too. And Brightwing at this point, you can really tell that wannabe dragon goes even for the Deathwing skin here. That's how desperately she wants to get a little bit of attention and finally be the real deal. But we all know that it's just a fruit fly in disguise. So yeah, there's that. Greymane goes down too, and well, we got 2 kills against 1. Just the objective pops up. Down at the bottom of the map, Zul is already starting to come in. And I gotta admit, Romanov, I mean, if you are named Romanov, you have to play either Zul or Mal'Ganis. Those are your 2 choices. I'll let Arthas with the bat skin slide as well, but if you're not going for a vampire or anything that looks like a necromancer, then you're just simply doing it wrong. I mean, that is just... You just have to go for that. I guess there's a couple of other heroes that we could let him go for as well, but yeah. Either way, here comes D.Va, as she comes down, Brightwing, and a full-on commitment, that's a kill for sure. Yep, Romanov goes down, and there is D.Va Explosion that, surprisingly enough, actually gets a little bit of value as it takes the minion wave down, but obviously it would have been a little bit better to save that for the objective and set that up here. So now they're in full control of the Shrine and the level 7 talent. They're going to try and set this one up with Alexstrasza on 7 stacks right now. She's working towards the extra globe, so winning the Shrine would help them a lot, getting the double globe as a reward and continuing the quest a little bit for her. Alexstrasza also with the Dragon Queen right away, which is fantastic, of course, for Shrine control in particular. So off we go. 35 against 10. I don't really think that the blue team has a chance here, despite the fact that all of them are super low. Genji comes in, wants the resets, wants the kill, gets 1, and gets a second kill too. Alright. Doesn't even need healing. Yeah, Mortar Punisher's taken. That's not a good start for the blue team. I mean, the saving grace is that at the top they at least have the Shaman camp doing a bit of work and starting to take the tower down. But the Haka is already on its way and can help with that. Zul goes down again. Yeah, Romanov, yeah, that might have been a little bit too much Russian vodka over there. He's no problem. Dying in early game, no problem. We lose 40 is okay. I rotate later, take all the experience, kill minions, it's easy, it's no problem, it's okay. Drink a little bit more vodka, it's fine. So Romanov definitely has to step it up a little bit as the game continues. That's the only thing that I can tell you there. There's another jump onto Brightwing, gotta be careful. And barely makes it out. Yeah, they're still trying to fight for this right now. And Mixin and Mina are still making their plays here. Do we get another polymorph? Is he in range? Romanov is back, and Romanov is gone. Alright, so maybe we had a little bit too much vodka after all. So he's down. Zul apparently trying to set a new record, going for the double digits on the kill streak. Fry taking the bomb like a champ, but that's another kill against Jojo. Guys, we have 8 kills against 1, and we have a 2-level lead already. The red team is just absolutely dominating at this point. These guys are coming in and murdering. Good old Romanov has died 4 times already, so he is really outpacing the rest of the team. Now that level 10 abilities are in, we have first of all, we have the adaptation here. That's already interestingly enough. Romanov, I really don't know what to say anymore, but that guy is inting hard. Like, I don't know, but he is just going completely ham. I mean, that's a report if I've ever seen one. Look at that kid. We are 6 minutes in and he died 5 times already. Honestly, I don't know why he plays Zul. Usually when I have a guy like this on my team, he plays Illidan. So, and there's also the advantage that after level 10 you can hunt into the 1 versus 5 a little bit faster. So that helps you to die even more often. So we'll see. At this point, obviously, the blue team is just desperately trying to get the level 10 ability. That's something that they can try and set up here, but we're not there yet. Now we have at the same time the Dragon Blade now taken. And at least they're defending against the camps. I'm already terrified of every single time that I see him on the minimap. And yeah, he goes in. It's already starting to ping a little bit, so apparently they're trying to gank Genji, but that doesn't really work. Hasn't made a choice on his level 10 yet either, so I think he's reading the talent description right now. And went for the Poison Nova. Okay. Yeah, has gone Shade into Jailers, into Wall of Bones. Into the Poison over here. Whereas Greymane has also just simply said, okay, I don't need the bullet in this one, let's go for the throat. So interestingly enough, Jaina has decided to go into Ring of Frost. That's a little bit surprising too. We might get the kill against Genji finally, and yeah, he's in trouble, and there we go, 1 down. Yeah, Lucy with the Ring of Frost, which is a bit interesting to me. I mean, again, if it's set up by Zul, that would be alright. But given the fact that on the other side we have a Genji, I heavily expected Water Elemental to be taken over here. So that didn't quite work. But let's see. Greymane top side right now. Everybody else moving straight into the middle. 13 talents are on the board now for the red team. And Diva is still fighting this out. Romanov. Of course he gets dragged. Romanov comes in. I think Brightwing has a job to do here. And Romanov is like, I can take him! But the reality is... You cannot. That's a solo kill right there. Another drag and Romanov! Oh my god. He's working so hard here. He's at 6 deaths. I gotta admit though that Mixin at this point could have really tried to help him out a little bit. I think they just like accept the fact that that guy is just an oversized minion and that's pretty much it. So that's all that's going on here. Blessed Shield missing! Oh, erst hatten sie kein Glück und dann kam auch noch Pech dazu. 2 kills against 10. Yeah, now we got level 14 for the red team and oh boy, they are just crushing right now. have no idea what that's supposed to do. Oh my god. The zoning bomb right there. Make sure that they don't run to the fountain. But that's obviously already a pretty significant lead. I have good news for everybody. Zul is back. Romanov is ready to fight for the shrine. I have no idea where he's going, but okay, there we go. Here's the gap, let's go. And yeah, unfortunate for them, she already was ready for it. There's also the ult, by the way, coming out of Alexstrasza as she goes for Lifebinder. Oh, and there's a kill. A Dragon Blade comes in as he's trying to take down Mixen. Mixen, the drag, and well, the Fruit Fly is down, so is Johanna. Romanov is also dead. Oh, Romanov. And Antonio over here might be in trouble too. Yeah, 13 kills to 2. I mean, at this point, the only thing that the blue team can hope for is that the red team gets cocky. You know exactly the type of games that I'm talking about here. You dominate at the beginning, you have the best game ever, you're multiple levels ahead, all of a sudden teammates are starting to get super cocky, they're starting to go in deep, you start to lose heroes, death timers have increased, and all of a sudden the experience gap is bridged. And as long as no keep is down, there's still a chance here. That Dehaka, by the way, is just murdering, isn't he? He's going full on Godzilla here. He's going full Godzilla mode in this. Romanov alone against the Tides of Darkness. Comes in and Veni, Vidi, BG. He came, he saw, and he died again. Is he at 8? He's at 8 deaths. Oh, what a player. I mean, if that guy didn't get get at least like 4 reports after this game, I don't know what. Nah, that's an Insta report. That's a tilter right there. That's honestly the typical game where you have a guy that ruins your game completely, just feeds continuously, and Blizzard doesn't do jack shit about it, but you call him an idiot once and then they ban your account for it. That's the type of game. Super frustrating. Look at that combo on the other hand. A kill finally. Lucy with a big boy ring. Then again we have D.Va coming in with a pew pew pew, and all of a sudden there's a dead Johanna, but Dehaka also died. Okay. Ooh, mix it. And he gets wrecked as well. Minna is also getting obliterated here, maybe? Yeah, there's the kill. All of a sudden, 3 are down. Guys, I told you, they hold on to the keep, and they're starting to bridge experience a little bit. And Romanov! Honestly, at this point, it feels like the red team shouldn't get any experience anymore for killing Romanov. Once that you died like 10 times, I think it's over. To be fair, he still needs to die one more time to hit the double digits. But yeah. So Zul is dead again. Yeah, you know, some people when they look at the draft like this are saying like, but this guy could be useful at some point. That's all that I have to say to that. So 17 to 5 kills. Let's look at the damage, by the way. Zul is sitting at 38,000 siege damage. And I don't think he has ever heard of rotations between lanes, so yeah. And at the same time, we have 94,000 for D.Va on the other side. Damage output, on the other hand, is looking pretty good for the blue team, so there's at least that. We have a couple of heroes that are definitely delivering here. Romanov has now decided that he has a PhD in PvE, so he moves up to the top lane instead of trying to help the rest of the team and saying like, boys, I got the side lane. I got this. So he's gonna take that down. He realized that he won't be able to take any of the opponent's heroes down, so he decides that he's gonna try himself at some minions and maybe have a better shot there. We got the rest of the team still fighting it out. Orphea rotated topside, and here comes the Zul flank. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's just going for a stroll right now and let's try and have a little bit of a look at what's happening. And there's the blessed shield. Slice and dice, baby. Oh, the ring, the combo. Whoop, whoop. And 3 are down. Now we're talking. Romanov. He can press the R button like no other. Take another look at this one. They come in. There's the lockdown with the blessed shield, and then Ring of Frost and the Poison Nova. The Wombo, ladies and gentlemen. And all of a sudden, the blue team is crushing through the middle and they're picking up kills. What's happening? Dehaka down, and so is the fort. And there's an objective up for grabs too. And the gap in experience is not bridged yet, but it's definitely a lot smaller than it was previously. Not bad. Yeah, that's actually nasty. Half a level until 20 then again for the red team, so that's the big problem. But now that they're going for the objective, let's see what they can do here. Maybe they can push another fort down. That would, of course, already be worth quite a bit here. Yeah, either way, damage output, what do we have? 45,000 for Greymane. Ophia is still sitting at a 39. I mean, she can't really do a lot until everybody is back to business, which they now are. But that's, of course, an easy punisher now for them. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but in the last 2 to 3 minutes, guys, I don't think we've seen Zul die. Like, he's slacking. He is slacking. What's happening here? Seems like they're going to 5-man it a little bit at this point, so that gives him a better chance at survival. Sticking with the team here seems like a smart idea. And they don't have another 20, that's the problem. But maybe they can go for the fight regardless. Alright, there's D.Va in, forces them into the fight, tries to take down the minion wave, successfully I might add. But that objective is still going strong. The Punisher doing work, and that fort is toast. Fort is down, and Zul again frontlining it hard. Early ult there with a life binder. Not quite sure what Alexstrasza was thinking right there. Don't think she needed that. Poison Nova came out, and they are chasing. They are going for it. We are 15 minutes in. They want to go for the cake here. So let's see what they can actually do. Still without the level 20 talent, but they don't care. They got Romanov. If you have Romanov, you don't need the 20. Mixin, a little bit low, but he survives. Brightwing, and well, someone should probably go topside and try and save that. So time is not really working in their favor. The pings are already happening, and they're starting to retreat. Okay, so we're gonna get the level 20 on both sides, so they're even on that. And it's still both teams with the keeps. All of a sudden, it's more or less an even game that we have between the two of them. I can't believe that nobody went back to do this, though. Lucy is finally coming in and showing some mercy and saying, alright, I'll do it. But I think that would have been... Romanov was thinking about it. And then he thought, well, there's a catapult there that might kill me, so... I know my limitations. It stops at ranged minions. For everything else, I need help. I'm willing to go for a camp if someone else helps me, but catapults, that thing might kill me. I heard they hit hard in the late game. I'm watching these color movies. So now we have 17 kills against 9, but it started to be a lot more even. Yeah, and Romanov now coming straight in for the Andariel's Visage Riot here. Okay. We also got the Invisible Friends and the Cold Snap for the cooldown reduction. Romanov! Romanov! He's hiding with Winner. He's still hiding. Alright, finally starting to move. Okay, there we go. And it's party time. Where's that ult when you need it? Oh yes, now we're talking. Alright, big boy damage. Ring! Lucy just YOLOs these rings out and he actually connects them with targets. Mina is low, Genji jumped back. Antonio is also running, he needs to be careful. He has a couple of stacks to protect on level 7. Romanov is still alive, by the way. I have no idea how, your guess is as good as mine. We got Johanna dead and Genji, both of them have fallen. But it's time for another objective, and they are slowly starting to move back here. The drag this time doesn't connect. Lucy starting to come in, trying to get at least some CC on Dehaka. 61,000. Also, Romanov is nearly top damage now on the team. And I'm pretty sure he is not getting tired of reminding everybody about that. That he's actually nearly leading in damage at this point. So yeah, getting that Poison Nova through is definitely helping him. And he hasn't died in a while. I still have to stretch that. The only one, by the way, in the entire game that hasn't died yet at all is actually Lucy. So Black Angel hasn't fallen yet. Greymane is going for the solo here. Shrine activating up at the top. And off we go. 18 kills, 210 at this point. Yeah. What a game. 18 minutes in. Okay, Ophia at the bottom. Doing her thing over here. And all the way up at the top, Romanov is leading the charge. Our hero. best scythe ever. Yeah, I think it hit 2 minions. Okay, so now the chance to get the objective. There's the drag right away, but there's no follow-up. Mixin just goes for the heal anyways. It's like, alright boys, I need to help him out here. We're gonna focus on Zul. They spotted our weak spot. If we keep him alive, they're gonna blow everything on him. That's what happened. Okay, so right now, they're about to take another objective. 14 stacks, they are ahead. Here comes the Dragon Queen on the other hand, as they're moving in, so that might actually turn the tides. And the explosion! D.Va, baby! The Poison Nova, again with some solid damage over here. Yeah, Antonio's trying to follow up and get the kills. Fry is a little bit low, and all of them are about to fall. And there's the double digits for Romanov. Mission accomplished. Goes up against Sophia and she takes him down. But the fight isn't over just yet. Antonio! Greymane! No, he's down, and that loses him a lot of stacks on his level 7. 20 kills to 10. And also a big push at the bottom of the map that is aiming for the keep now. So that's another problem that the blue team has to deal with eventually. Same time now though. Topside 10 to 12. 10 to 20 kills. And yeah, both with them on 30 stacks. This is gonna hurt. If they lose this one, the blue team will also lose at least one keep. And let's not forget that push at the bot lane that I talked about earlier is still going strong. There's the Polymorph, preventing the worst, at least for now. They're trying to root or fear. They're able to do that. Frozen Punisher's coming in. And someone needs to deal with this. This is a problem. 2 heroes down. Greymane, that was the big loss, of course. But now that the Haka is even moving down at the bottom of the map, this could very well be the end of that keep, especially once that the Catapult homes in on it. But actually, it starts targeting the heroes. So far, so good. So they can actually keep it alive a little bit longer. Good for them. Yeah. And topside, that's where we now have the Punisher jumping in again in the attempt to not only get the key, but also the core. Baiting it into the middle. Alright, Mixin jumping away from it. Fry needs to be careful. Where's the trade when you need it? Mixin with the heals. Ring connects with 2. And the cooldown reduction, of course, as well. Thanks to the cold snap. Genji is down. The Punisher still jumpy as usual. And we have Zul again trying to flank in against the rest of them. Fry with a bit of a chase here, but Mixin just jumping through with Brightwing time and time again, gets the heals out here. As the Punisher is attempting to drop the second keep in the middle. But it's a 5-man defense now against only 4 attackers. So there we go. The Haka is going for the camps again, and they don't even suffer any damage on those, on the core. Alright, good for them. Pew, pew, pew. Ready to fight another day. That's what we're currently seeing here. So, yeah, the Haka. Can they actually catch that? Someone is trying to, but can they get it? There's the drag, and now Alexstrasza is back to business too. So she's coming in as well, and they're going to be fine. I mean, if you catch this a little bit earlier, maybe you have an opportunity to take the Haka down. But in this case, it didn't quite work out for them from a timing perspective, so they couldn't do that. Here comes the push again. Bot lane, that's where another camp is up. Also, we got Romanov back in action. Ah, bad. This time he gets away. Alright. 11 kills to 20. Yeah, they're all waiting for the next objective. And bot lane has by now also fallen, so 2 keeps are down. 2 keeps are eliminated. Only 1 keep is standing. That's all that they have. And that is a problem, especially with more camps now being claimed too, because it means that their lanes will push even more aggressively. And we're already 23 minutes into the game, which means that these are gonna hurt, these catapults. Okay, so Genji, deep. There's no lockdown really. Lucy, waiting, hiding. Trying to welcome them with a little bit of burst damage, I suppose. But the fight down here could start any second. The Haka isn't here yet. So the Haka isn't ready. Yeah, lose one more team fight and it's lights out. Next problem is of course that the keep that remains in the middle is also low. It's nearly at 50% HP, which means that pushes like this one have to be responded to quite quickly. This one, by the way, as well. Someone has to take that down, especially considering that top side we still have the Shaman moving in as well. Now the next objective hasn't been announced yet, but it's at the bottom of the map, so it's going to be the farthest removed from the top lane. And the camp here has a 2-minute timer. That's not going to really help you a whole lot to push it out. So that's another problem. Bit of a pressure play in the middle. Pings are already happening. Romanov! Romanov! No! Zul! Careful, my friend. Yeah, and here comes the fight. Right wing gets dragged. They're going for the counter. Gets moved out. And do they force it? They're trying. Romanov is going deep. Romanov is going deep. Romanov wants it. Romanov comes in. Where's the Poison Nova? Decides against it. He's still he's not quite sure if he wants to go for it or not. Sits in the middle. And there it is. Poison Nova, baby. Here we go. Lifebinder comes through right away, but the commitment has been made as they're trying to go for it. Zul is already in a little bit of trouble. Dehaka dies first. He goes down. And Alex Straza gets also murdered. Alex is dead. So is Dehaka. Zul is still alive. But now the top and the bot lane are aggressively pushing against the core. And we have 25 minutes on the board. Someone needs to deal with those immediately. If they don't do that, they're gonna lose this to the catapults alone. Zul apparently is the one to move back and tries to deal with this. So yeah, he's starting to actually get a little bit more brave apparently on his old days. So he's slowly but steadily advancing here. He got upgraded. He's now dealing with catapults apparently, not really afraid of them anymore. They had a bit of a pep talk and now he's like, alright guys, I know all the support, I think I can do it. The thing is though that he doesn't defend this. Where are you going, you moron? Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? They're losing. That's 30%. That's 40% on the core because that fucker didn't defend the bot lane. Like, what's going on here? That's not how you play the game. 9. Jesus, how many times can we report a single guy? Oh my god, like, like, they literally pinged him and everything. It's like, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that... It's like no words. Alright, 26 minutes in. Can they finally push this? Never let Romanov defend again. That guy is just, I mean... he's taking a camp! Of course he's taking a camp! Oh my god. Like, if stupidity would make noise, this guy would be louder than any airport. Unbe-fucking-leavable. What a tilting game. Oh, and of course he's 100% flaming the entire time while he does it. Jesus. 10 deaths on him. And that is just incredible. He lost them 40% on the core for no reason whatsoever. This is... It's like... Okay, to be fair, it's the fault of his team. Why would you let that guy defend the core? You know it's not gonna work. You know he's gonna fuck it up. By the way, big shout out to my patrons that they sent me this game. Thank you very much. They knew exactly that guy would kill me. 100%. The problem with it is we all know guys like that. We all had guys like this in our games that had nothing better to do than just intentionally try to ruin the game the entire time. Oh my god. Yeah, the keep at the bottom of the map hasn't fallen earlier, but this is the invisible squad over here. And they come in and take the keep down. So... Are you fucking serious? Let's go core, what could go wrong? Oh my god. You can't make that shit up. Oh, at the beginning of the game I just thought it was a little bit funny, but at this point I have to make the decision if I want to hysterically laugh or cry. I'm going for laughter. So there's the kill. Uh-oh, Dehaka down. Guys, they might have just made it. Dehaka down, D.Va annihilated, but again, one catapult. We're 28 minutes in. Someone has to defend. Lucy at this point has decided that this is pretty much his job. So yeah, look at this thing. This is just chunking right now. Greymane is also back because Genji is already waiting in the wings here and saying, like, guys, I have an opportunity here. The core is still falling. It's at 48, by the way. Those doggies over here, they still did work. Alexstrasza is already slowly getting back. This isn't over yet. You have killed 2, but you might still lose the game. We're 28 minutes into it, and the main reason why they have to worry about the core in the first place is because Zul earlier lost them 40% for no reason at all. Under no pressure. Oh, we're 29 minutes in. We're level 25 right now. What's the damage output actually looking like? They don't want to commit to the core there either. They're afraid of the backdoor. And he still gets damage with his Poison Nova. That's the best thing of it all. But yeah. Alright, so 120,000 for Greymane. I mean, honestly, he's popping off. He's doing a great job there. It's also incredible that so far Jaina hasn't died once. But what a game. Here comes our 5 versus 5. That's the next one. 20 kills to 15. Off we go. Zul doesn't have the Nova. Got interrupted there. 1 second. He's going to be ready. Ring! And connects with 2. Poison Nova comes out. And Greymane delivers. Comes in. Brightwing is dead. That's the kill against Lucy. No perfect game for him. Black Angel goes down. And we have Genji also eliminated. He needed healing. He didn't get any. That's a 3 versus 3. Ooh. Fry comes in. Where's Greymane when you need him? He's low. He's incredibly low right now. Catapults are still pushing, and Romanov, he got the Arcane Punisher. He took the Punisher for the team here. Ignored the fight and says, like, boys, I got the objective. And that bad boy is going to absolutely toast them now. That's a 30-minute Punisher. A 30-minute Punisher right here. This thing is going to murder. Absolutely murder. If they can get those catapults onto the core, that's also game. Greymane is playing it safe. He knows he needs to take that down. So, yeah, he does it immediately. Starts to take the wave down. But in the meantime, the mid lane gets defended. Orphea, 8 seconds, and she's back to business. But off comes the Punisher, and they need at least the key needs to go down. Honestly, they need to go for core here. This is absolutely insane. What the hell? 30 minutes, 31 minutes in. Orphea is back to business. They need to be careful down. Greymane is going for the camp. He can't be there in time. They need to retreat here. Romanov, don't do it. Oh, the Blessed Shield and the kill. They have the Blessed Shield. They get the kill. And now they fight a 3 versus 3 as the Punisher is zoning out Orphea and is trying to go for the core itself. Romanov, he's low, but he gets saved, and he has the Poison Nova again. Minna is already starting to fall. He needs to rush back, and the rest of the team is coming in after they took the camp. Priorities, baby. Priorities. Need to get the camp first. Winning the game by destroying the core when there's a camp on the map. Are you kidding me? We don't do this here. And now maybe the chance to finally end it. 31 minutes and 30 seconds in, and it is game. What a comeback. The blue team with a big boy victory, ladies and gentlemen. GG. And well played, more or less. Not from everyone. As the blue team locks down the W. Okay, off we go. We got another Patreon game. Big shout out to Mixon who actually sent this one in. We got Aldrich pass our map. And yeah, big shout out again to all the supporters on Patreon, subscribers on Twitch. Thank you very much for helping to keep the Heroes coverage alive here, and especially, of course, the coverage on the YouTube channel. More than appreciated, and helps a lot. So, we got on the left side, Mei, played by Greer over here, Sephiroth on Sylvanas, Mixin on Kharazim, Anton on Yrel, and Dragor on Jaina. And apparently this was a 5-man stack, and the red team also is a 5-man stack that they played against for the 2nd time in a row. So Stinky on Garrosh, I totally believe that, by the way. That guy is definitely not brushing his teeth. Bane on Malthael, we got Antos on Liming, Lady Punisher on Suljin, doesn't look like a lady to me, and Chuck Norris on Lulcio. Alright, so with that already in, we have Sephiroth nearly taken. That's, by the way, misspelling the name. I'm not quite sure if you're aware of that, but that's not how you spell that. So Garrosh goes down immediately, maybe a little bit too stinky. Yeah, gave him away a little bit too early. I love that we have actually a Suljin in this game that really has the balls to go straight in for the Headhunter. Normally that's a Brawl talent that you see. It's a little bit weird to see Suljin, first of all, on a map like Alterac Pass, which is pretty big, but then also him having the commitment to go straight into the Headhunter on level 1, because you're not really guaranteed that you're completing that anytime soon. If that comes in at the end of the game, then you're not going to get a lot of value there. But let's see what he can actually pull off here. We have Yrel already jumping around, so Anton is going to be happy. He's playing the Space Goat and is going to get some damage in with that. Up to the top, bit of a weird solo lane, as not Yrel plays up against Bane, but instead we have a Sephiroth coming in for that. Yeah, I'm going to call him Sebel. Okay, or something like that. Cam's taken. I like that. That's actually a good move from the blue team, taking this pretty much on cooldown. That's always what you want to do. And the red team is missing out on that. The red team is not taking their own camp, so that's already a bit of a misstep that they have here when it comes to playing the map. Now, of course, that alone doesn't really guarantee that you're winning or anything, but if you do that consistently, you will have a small advantage over your opponent that you can potentially carry into the later stages. And now having a little bit of a push setup over here, or having just the resources free on the map to rotate somewhere else, is going to allow them a little bit more wiggle room. And Sylvanas is already alone up at the top, as Malthael rotated in the middle to help out here. And these camps, they are pretty tricky. I mean, again, 2 of those nulls are still up, and the camp hasn't been taken on the other side. Then again, you got to be careful that you're not getting dropped here. And Mei nearly fell. Greer has to be careful with this one. Okay, so top side, that's where we have Sephiroth now doing a bit of damage too. Trying to damage that wall a little bit more. Bane is coming in, but there's some damage already done. That one camp resulted in the top wall being, not halfway destroyed, but at least taking a bit of damage and having also a little bit more experience now on the board in general. So they are doing a pretty decent job with that, and still not taken over here. So that's a little bit of a faux pas that could at the end come back to bite them. There's a ping happening, but nobody's moving in for that. With 18 seconds on this camp, we might still see the blue team moving in to claim it again. And honestly, they should. If they just take it cooldown, as I said, they will eventually have an advantage. But at least there's a commitment finally on the right side to get it for the red team too. Prisoner camp, of course, coming up. And I guess the reason why they take it so late is because they thought that they are just timing it together with the objective. Which generally speaking is of course what you want to do, but as you can tell, if you take it as it spawns, you take the second camp with the objective. So in case that you guys were ever playing this map and you were trying to, like, you know, time the camp around the objective, you can take the first one regardless. You will have enough time for that, as you can see right here. Now, with that said, we still have no level 7 talents on the board yet. There's only one kill that we had earlier against Garrosh in the first brawl. So there's not really a whole lot going on. Lady Punisher over here on Suljin at least got a few stacks together for the level 1, which is obviously also important. So is working in that slowly but steadily. And Suljin can in the late game be a royal pain in the ass. So you gotta be a little bit careful. Careful what you wish for here. Level 7 talents soon gonna be ready for both of them. Mixon is coming in again. Greer sitting tight now too. And they're already trying to get the channel here. Interrupt is coming. Sylvanas on her way, all the way up from the top. And level 7 talents are ready. Battery pack is in. We get Greer moving out once more. Needs to be careful as Malthael wants to come in for the kill, but he doesn't have an ult yet. And there's not enough damage yet. There is, on the other hand, Calamity now, and that could potentially change the game. But Antos is currently a little bit too low to really make a commitment. Tap the fountain. Gonna be back in just a second. Chuck Norris. Are you kidding me? Fake Chuck Norris right there. Chuck Norris would never play Lucio. And if he did, he would win the game with it. If Chuck Norris would play Lucio, he would win the game with it single-handedly. He would 1v5. Okay, so Mixon is trying to follow up and take Li Ming down. I mean, he's starting to hunt her whenever he has a chance. Get some extra damage in now too, of course. I mean, we have a slight lead in experience, but nobody's going for the objective at this point anymore. Once again. There we go, starting to maybe rotate in. Li Ming has been consistently low. I mean, she gets healed from Lucio at this point, but she really has to be careful. It seems like Mixon in particular has a real hard-on for her. So once that we have Yrel and Kharazim jumping in both, she's going to be in trouble. And outside of the ult, there's obviously no way of Lucio really getting that burst heal out to just save her. So there's that. Down at the bottom of the map, Yrel is also still totally fine. Spray game is on point too, as we can see here. I mean, even coordinated. Camp gets taken again. Nixon is tapping up the mana just to be on the safe side. And Zul'jin is slowly but steadily getting stacks together and has also committed to the Arcanite Axis on level 7. So once that he is done with this quest, he's getting the double spin. Already has the first range increase thanks to the 15 stacks that he has on the baseline. So that's going to help him to get the next one more safely. And Dominable is in for Stinky. And he comes in with a flip. But Anton White is fine thus far. Top side 1 versus 1 setup, where Sylvanas actually takes a little bit of a beating from Malthael, but thanks to the range attack, she can still turn it around and give about as good as she got there. Greer, on the other hand, he's consistently pressured. Goes for the trade, should be able to come out. And in the meantime, Kharazim just moved in and went for the channel. Is not stopping anything else, though, but comes in with a kill against Lucio. Support against support, and Lim Ming goes down too. There we go, 7-sided strike as well. Mixing, going full Kung Fu on those boys. Alright, our little Karate Kid over here is doing work. 5 kills against 1, and all of a sudden, the blue team is starting to look quite good here. Sylvanas is taken to the top lane. Pew, pew. Disabling the structures as we speak in an attempt to break through here. And they're going for the objective at the bottom of the map at the same time. Level 10 abilities are obviously ready. That helped in the last fight quite a lot. And they might not be able to get the objective just yet, but there's pressure everywhere now against the red team. So that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, Stinky gets body blocked here too. At the same time, though, the rest of the team is following up to help him out here. 4 versus 4. Big flip. And that is... that was a beautiful flip. Greer is able to make it out, though. Could potentially fight another day here. He still has to go through the entire team, on the other hand, so I'm not quite sure. There's the avalanche, and he goes down. Honestly, he could have just tried to wait a little bit longer and see if he gets maybe a few of his abilities back. So he went in a bit too quickly. With the death of Mei, we now have a 5 versus 4 on the map in favor of the red team, and they're of course gonna try and now take the objective. With only 4 seconds remaining for the blue team, that would be more than just a little bit unfortunate. 25 stacks now for Zul'jin. He also has only 1 stack available so far on his level 1. But his baseline is starting to become a little bit terrifying. It's not really looking too good on the level 7, but the auto attacks are definitely on point. So they are trying to fight for this again. Malthael has moved topside, and with Greer coming back on Mei, that's now a 5 versus 4 setup at the bottom. So off we go. Lady Punisher. He's going to try and punish the ladies over here, especially, of course, Mei. There's the jump. Kharazim is, by the way, the only guy in this entire team. Yeah, he's the ladies' man. Always was. It's the haircut. I can tell you from experience, that's exactly what it is. So, 5 kills to 2. Last rights, obviously. Now is a finisher finally available. That was missing earlier for Malthael. And always the option here. Oh, talking about Malthael. Alright, does not get put into the corner. They're trying to lock him down here. And they are able to get the kill. Nice. Could have honestly turned around and simply dropped the last rights. That would have probably been his best move in this situation. Didn't go for that. Zul'jin has to activate the ult. Get some stacks in, but he's definitely going to fall. Liming is already down. Zul'jin is also dead, but he has completed his quest 8 minutes and 40 seconds in. So he has 2 stacks on the level 1. Has 31 stacks now on the baseline, and his damage is gonna get pretty mad as the game continues. If they are not able to build up some momentum on the map and maybe play the macro game, late game team fights will be an issue. He is looking quite solid there. That would be a good stagger death, and it seems like they're gonna grab this one. Yeah, easy peasy. That's a freebie right there. Sylvanas, of course, still dead, so they can't simply move into the fort and take it without a minion wave. Zul'jin is now sitting at 27,000 damage, so he is already contesting the #1 spot in the game. And, well, with the bot lane, now that the objective is going to come through, we're 9.5 minutes in for the first objective. Pretty late, actually. But that should still do quite a bit of work here. So, as it happens, let's see what Zul'jin can do. Honestly, I'm a little bit terrified of what he could potentially do in the late game. Depending on how long this goes, if that's a 20-25 minute game, he could really get solid auto attack damage that would put tons of pressure on the melees. Yeah, but they need to make sure that they're keeping Malthael and everybody else alive too. Bot lane is pressuring, and that's where Lucio also goes down. Lucio eliminated, and of course the attempt now to go straight up for the first 4 down here. Mid lane gets also pressured. Top side, Zul'jin is trying to defend it. Quest completed for Jaina. That's important. That's going to be huge later. And Zul'jin topside actually falls, as at the bottom the fort is about to be dropped. Yeah, Cavalry is going to take this without any problem. Malthael also taken down, and we have the fort claimed as well. There's 2 forts down at the bottom of the map. At least 1 kill against Jaina. They're trying to go for the follow-up against Mei. Greer already coming in with the avalanche and sliding back out. And still gets blown to pieces. Yeah, that was maybe not quite the play that you want to go for. At the same time now, though, we have the push through the top lane continuing, and Mixin is just doing his thing. But Zul'jin is also back to business, and that means that it's pretty much time to retreat. They got the wall. That's honestly a huge win. Getting the wall at the keep, taking 2 forts down, nearly dropping the one in the middle as well. It doesn't get much better than that. As far as first objectives goes, this is pretty good. This is actually really, really solid. So now we got 12 to 5. And what's the damage looking like? We have 36,000 for Li Ming. Zul'jin is still sitting at 30k. And interesting enough, I mean, Karasim is sitting at 15,000 himself in his boss time apparently. So they're going for the top boss. Sylvanas seems to be the one double checking that. Honestly, if they can force the fight, they can win this. They have the level 16 talent, their opponent doesn't. But they're a little bit late on that rotation. They're very late on that. Yeah. Okay, double checking this. Here we go. They're trying to save it. Oh, and the boss is claimed. And Sylvanas goes down. Too greedy, baby. Too greedy. And now they're moving in, losing more than only Sylvanas. Jaina's about to fall. Karasim is already dead. Couple of counter kills are coming through, but at the end of the day, this is going to be a full 5-man wipe, most likely. Yeah, I mean, even if she survives, and she doesn't. That's the quest completed for Zul'jin. There were so many fails in this move, I don't even know where to start. I mean, they go for a battle that they should definitely not have taken here. They lose way too many heroes, lose the entire 5-man. They don't take the boss. Zul'jin completes the quest on level 1 based off that battle too. And they lose the fort now. So 13 to 10. And yeah, they got a little bit too confident on this one. The right move after realizing that they made the rotation too late, after doing it this late, they should have just gone down to the bottom of the map and tried to take the boss there or something. Take the fight maybe a little bit later, but jumping in with the 2 damage dealers first obviously made it nearly impossible for the tanks to peel for them. And now it's another objective that they have to worry about too. And let's not forget, Zul'jin is scaling. He is scaling hard. We also got, by the way, Diamond Skin on level 16 now. Alright, no Mirror Ball for Li Ming apparently. I mean, I'm happy alone that she didn't go Glass Cannon, so we're good. Avalanche comes in. Yeah, there's also the ult from Lucio as he goes for the Sound Barrier to save the rest of them. Lady Punisher is on the run. 40 stacks by now for her. Could get a little bit more. Ult is still ready for Zul'jin, so there's that. But Li Ming is dead. Li Ming down, and that's an opportunity to maybe turn it and go for objective number 2. So the blue team isn't quite out of it yet. They have, of course, lost a lot of the advantages that they had previously before that boss fight. But now they're starting to find their rhythm again, as it seems. Yeah, over here, Templar's Verdict. Got the Numbing Blast. Obviously, the Will of the Forsaken. Cleansing Touch is in now as well. And there's the kill against Garrosh. Nice. I mean, question is honestly if you really need the Cleansing Touch there. I really think they could have gone for a little bit more damage on him if they wanted to. But Nixon currently playing this out and trying to go for the objective, of course. 45 stacks for Zul'jin, though. He's getting there, I'm telling you. And he went full auto attack, too. I mean, we got him with Let the Killing Begin. We have the Eye of Zul'jin there, too. So he really wants to focus on these right hits. And yeah, it's right click after right click, baby. Stacks a little bit more against Yrel. There's the kill against Malthael on the other hand, and that's a problem. And now he needs to ult up. Where's that ult when you need it? Not used. And yeah, was trying to save it for the next game. Okay, Sylvanas down, but that's still an advantageous situation for the blue team. I mean, again, 4 versus 2. Of course you're going to win that one. But yeah, Zul'jin had the ult up, didn't use it. And honestly, that would have been a really good stacking process for him too. It's a little bit weird for him. 1 stack for Malthael, that's the only thing that he got so far. 5 deaths, by the way, on our boy. 54,000 damage on Zul'jin. So he is top damage in the game already, but the objective goes to the blue team. Again, if Zul'jin uses the ult there, not only would it be ready by the time that he get back, I don't think he would have survived, but he would have been able to get more damage out, maybe get a counter kill, maybe also able to get some stacks in. And right now, We have the bot lane heavily pressured, trying to hide here. There's a huge wave coming in. 3 versus 3, trying to make the play for Li Ming, and the rest of the team is coming in too. Already, we got the ult, and this time it hit Lucio. They are trying to get the kill. Can't quite make it happen, but now Suljin is back too, and Sylvanas isn't here yet. This is a 5 versus 4, at least for the time being. 7-sided comes out, saves Mixin. He needs to jump out. He needs to get out there quickly. But if Malthael just gets an R connected, he's dead. I have no idea what Malthael is doing, by the way. Malthael is just straight up griefing here. He had so many last rights opportunities already in this game. I'm not quite sure. Like, nobody tell him that there is no palm on Suljin, on Kharazim. He could have gotten easy 2 kills in that fight. Well, not 2 obviously, but he could have taken his pick. 2 of them were there, super low. He definitely had the opportunity to get the kill and the next stack connected, and he just decided against it. So, yeah, a little bit odd to see that. Especially after the 7-sided was used too. Here comes the arrow kill. Nice. Okay. And there we go. But in this case, that's not the target that you want to go for. Exactly for that reason. No. The right targets in the last fight would have been Kharazim, for example. Jaina was pretty low. Could have even gotten the kill against Yrel after she didn't have the ult anymore. Greer is always a weird one to attack, because if he has his trade ready, then yeah, that happens. Then again, there comes the double kill now, so they're chasing them hard. 20 versus 20. Jaina gets a counter kill. They're looking for a little bit more. There's the ult on Yrel just in time, but so... yeah, she goes down too. Sylvanas is dead, and so is Yrel. Now, 5-man wipe. Jaina tried, but Chuck Norris came in, and you just don't fuck with Chuck Norris. I'm sorry, but he is going to take you down. Full Fiesta. We are back to the HGCF. Heroes Global Clown Fiesta. Full on. 19-16 right now. Okay. 51 stacks for Suljin, and he's at 64,000 damage by now. Yeah, he's hurting. He's hurting them a lot. And he should really also commit a little bit more to the ult. We've seen it previously that he didn't do that. I'm not quite sure who's going to take this. Gria's died 5 times. So did Li Ming and Malthael. But the objective is up again, and they're going for 1 boss. Let Stinky double check the bottom real quickly. And we'll now move in for the boss with the rest of the team. But this is going to be rough to win, honestly. I mean, they need a really good team fight to make this work. So, down at the bottom of the map, there we have it. Topside boss gets defended, but of course this one is a freebie since they have full vision on this. They know that there's at least 2 heroes. Now they know about a 3rd at the top. They know nobody can contest this, so there's absolutely no problem in taking boss number 2 easily. And we are 18 minutes in, so these bad boys are starting to hurt a little bit. Okay. And off we go. Starting to come straight through the bottom of the map. Top side, yeah, that's where already the boss has been defeated before he could take the keep down. That was pretty much to be expected. Down here, on the other hand, that's where it's all about the objective right now. And again, these bad boys in the late game hurt. So if you get the Raiders now, you're going to be in a great spot. Suljin, yeah, gets a couple of hits in. Might have to go for the ult though. And again, no. Like, he is... oh my god, that avalanche! Oh, the arrow! What the fuck? They might not die, but holy shit. There's a double kill, but boy, what a setup. 4-man avalanche into a Sylvanas arrow. That was a beautiful combo. Beautiful combo. Let's take another look at it. So here comes the big avalanche, and then they come straight in with a double kill. Now, in this case, those Sylvanas died to Malthael. And we have them go for the objective as the boss is still pushing through the bottom of the map. But I still gotta say, we have a situation in which Suljin now multiple times has just not used his ult. And if he just hammers this R button, he could have done so much more in this game. Honestly, he seems to be trying to save the ult for the next game, time and time again. And he really needs to just simply go for it in these fights. Reset for Li Ming, for Jaina. For Li Ming as she takes Jaina down. There we go. Mixin, 7-sided. Can you follow up? Greer. Ooh, need to be a little bit careful here. Especially with Malthael being around. He has 15 seconds on his ult, and then last rights will be ready again. Talking about being ready again. After the top keep has fallen over here, we now got at least Lady Punisher back to business defending the one in the middle. So 1 keep down. This one, by the way, has not fallen to the boss, so it's still in play. But it's all about the objective right now, and that is going to be a bit nuts. Honestly, it's Throw City at this point. This is just going blow for blow. Every single time you think a team has the lead and has the game now under control, all of a sudden there's a mad turnaround happening in a big team fight. Do they let this one slide though? It seems like it. Yeah, they're not going in for it. They're just simply letting this one go, which means that they will most likely have multiple structures fall. And there's the invade. They're trying to go for the invade here. Cam gets taken. Sound barrier already used. And they're going for the battle. Suljin is hammering away, but the Avalanche hits 3 again as they are starting to retreat. Big wave at the top is going to stop the radar for now, so they don't really have to worry about the top lane too much. I would more so worry about what's happening at the bottom of the map, if I'm honest. Then again, that keep is gone anyways, right? You can't really save that. That would be a miracle defense, and I don't really think they can set it up. So moving into the middle is definitely the correct choice here. We just need to make sure that the core is not getting dropped, but I don't really think that's going to happen anytime soon. So now the fight is happening over here. Yeah, Kharazim takes Lucio out. Fight continues. Garrosh is also dead, and they're starting to chase it a little bit more. Yeah, Suljin, he honestly, yeah, should start to get a couple of attacks in. Starts to do that and is able to retreat after taking the water elemental apart. But yeah, this one still needs to be attacked. I mean, generally speaking, chances of the core falling, yeah, slim to none. But should probably not overdo it. So Sylvanas comes in and eliminates it. The last remaining raid at the top side is also incredibly low. Obviously, the boss is going to recover all the points it loses right now on this map, so there's that. Yeah, and off we go. Still the push in the middle. 53 stacks on Suljin, and total damage for him is at 71,000. I started to slack a little bit in those team fights, not really get the damage numbers there. Sylvanas is dealing with the top 2. 120,000 siege damage for her. Pretty much mirroring what Suljin already has. So yeah, he's doing a lot with at least those Arcanite axes. Okay, boss is back up in 8 seconds, so there's that. So they could go topside and try to deal with it. Talking about camps, we also have the one on the right side of the map taken. Yeah, it's a long one again. We're 22 minutes in. And Suljin is gonna start to become a menace. Are they letting that one slide? Really? Okay, they're starting to rotate in now, but oh boy. Yeah, we've seen that stuff. Okay, that's a bit of a late rotation there. They might just be too late for this. Yeah, they see them, and there's the Avalanche, and that's a free boss. Nice. Avalanche is in, boss is free, and all of a sudden we have the blue team with an opportunity to go for the core. Because the top keep is gone. Top keep is down. That means only one armor shield is gone. Fort in the middle, by the way, is falling now, of course, too. But let's see how deep they go for this. And Suljin is still stacking. He's at 79 stacks all of a sudden on his level 7. Okay, they're moving in the middle, trying to take that down. I suppose they're going to rotate down to the bottom of the map and take the second boss. Because they don't make the commitment towards a core push. So they have to do it. They need to go for the second boss. That's the least that you want to get out of this one. Level 23 in this game. Alright. Moving down to the bottom. I mean, that's a Captain Obvious move, of course. So, red team, they know what's coming. But if they can take the keep here... Slow down by that. If they can take the keep, then at least it would put them into an equilibrium at the bot lane. So, that would be pretty neat. Yeah, they're starting to go in. But it's too late. 7-sided, gets done, bam, blow up. He just disappeared. Yeah, he just face-checked this one, and he was just absolutely murdered. Oh my god. Garrosh into the 7-sided strike, and Urel just locked him in. And now he's down for 45 seconds, which means that this defense is going to be absolutely terrifying. Terrifyingly difficult. Oh, especially if he gets locked down too. They went for the kill. Oh, the sound barrier. But he's still alive. All right, there's the iceberg already used. But now with Sylvanas, of course, that push gets even more enhanced. They can definitely go for it right now. Lady Punisher, on the other hand, is now getting one hit in after another and is starting to really rack up the stacks here. Sitting at 57. Could commit to the ult as well, and might have to. I mean, at this point, you just want Suljin sitting in the middle and just going for it. I mean, seriously, just drop it, baby. Get the auto attacks in. There's the silence coming out. Core gets attacked. 2 armor shields are gone, and blue team is falling back. All right, we fall back for now. to fight another day. Suljin is at 91,000 damage, by the way. And getting more and more stacks together. He's got to be terrifying if this game continues. Like, just imagine if he would have actually used his ults in the last 3 fights whenever he was about to die instead of just dying randomly. He would be so far ahead in stacks now too. And it's, yeah, it's nuts. I mean, it's at 58. Could be way higher already, but still, this hurts. This does serious damage. So now that pretty much 2 keeps are gone, that also means that they can't really afford to lose another fight. Bosses are obviously not going to be a problem anytime soon, but it's all about the objective right now, and that one's up. So now they're starting to come in immediately as the blue team is going for the pressure plays. And they have catapults pushing through the top lane, so if they can distract them down here, that's all that they pretty much need to know. Need to do. They also take this one down. And as I said, top lane is going to become a bit of an issue as it continues. Especially with the bot lane now not being a problem anymore for them. A little bit of a sneaky attempt on the left side to take this one. Maybe exposes himself a little bit too much. Rhea on his Mei is starting to set this up again, or at least trying to. Water Element is out. 7-sided strike against Garrosh. Malthael is low, and he's down. And Stinky is about to get dropped as well. Bolt of the Storm, and Sylvanas shows no mercy here. Suljin finally with an ult. This time a little bit too late. 62 stacks for him. Mad damage, but it's only 3 of them that are still alive on the map. And the arrow comes through again as the keep in the middle falls. And that means no armor anymore on the boss. I don't even know why they're going over the objective right now. I have no idea. That's a core move right there. Guess playing it safe. If you take this one, then it's obviously lights out for sure. The red team knows it too. If they lose now, if they lose later, it doesn't really matter anymore. But the only thing that the blue team has to do is just like play this over time. That's going to be the super safe move here. Yes, the 2 remaining heroes on the red team are both going to be back up on the map. But against raiders coming in, or the cavalry coming in from every single lane, you won't be able to do anything if all of your keeps are already toast. So right now, 28 kills to 18. Yeah, we're seeing them going straight for the objective. The team is already trying to do something about it, but there's very little that they actually can do. And they might just lose another one. Bane goes down. Malthael is dead again. Well, no one can stop death. Seems like Karazim can. Learned a new trick, apparently. And Antos gets away with the diamond skin usage here. But, of course, this is going to be the lights out move right here, right now. There's nothing you can do. No, not with the cavalry coming in. As long as the blue team doesn't just simply run in one after another and suicides, they are going to win this game right now. At least they should. Then again, we had a couple of really weird throws, so I don't think he can throw that. I mean, I don't think they're going to try, but I don't even think it's possible, even if he wanted to. Yeah, all of the lanes are already pushed out so far that they're pretty much hitting at the same time. But off we go. 29 kills against 18. 28 minutes into level 25 versus level 24. And here we go. They're trying to defend. Suljin is getting some serious damage in against this, but I don't think it matters anymore. That boss is down to 50% HP, and they are finishing it. The blue team, ladies and gentlemen, victorious here. Nicely done as they lock in the W on Alterac Pass.